Okay. Good morning, you guys. Hey, so Ms. Pullman, say hi,
Hello.
and Mr. Hackler, say hi.
Hey guys.
You didn't change. I didn't. It just goes to Ms. Pullman. I don't understand why, but
Oh
um,
well.
here, well, oh, I just muted you. Unmute. All right. So I think I just ruined Mr. Hackler. He's on mute. Are you on mute?
Hold on.
All right, I got you off mute. All right,
Okay.
here we go. So, what we are going to do is we are going to get started by having a whoops unpin. This is confusing. Okay, back to us. So we're going to have a opportunity where we are going to see who can boil water the fastest. And so, Ms. Pullman, you there's Mr. Hackler again. Mr. Hackler, you ready to go?
Now I'm ready. I got my water.
Ms. Pullman, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. I got my water.
Okay, and I got my water over here, and all of us have two cups. You have two cups, yes?
2 cups.
Miss Pullman, you have two.
Yep, 2 cups.
Okay. Everybody, pour your water in the pan now. Okay.
Okay. What setting are we setting on the stove? Temperature wise.
We're gonna go to high.
Okay, the highest setting.
Yeah, but don't do it yet. Wait till I tell everybody. Hold on. Yeah, put your hand back. Here we go. On your marks, get set, go.
Oh shoot. I went all the way around. I should have just went the other way.
Ms. Pullman, you good?
Yep, we're good.
All right, we're on.
Okay. So
Yeah.
while we're doing this, Mr. Hackler, why don't you go ahead and talk about some different variables that we have going on,
All
and
right.
keep your eye on the timer.
You have a timer set, Mr. Ritter?
I do.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, what we're looking at here is we are asking the question. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, that's a bad cue. All right. We're asking the question.
Watch your water.
What'd you say?
Watch your water.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's getting hot, but we're asking whose water. Mrs. Pullman, you might be better at this.
You're wow.
Will
Did you sleep last
boil.
night?
Is there a typing feature?
Is there a type? Yeah, there is. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mrs. Pullman.
And 5. Hey,
Whose
boil.
water will boil faster?
A boil considers the water is bubbling.
Okay, water is bubbling.
Right.
All right, mine's getting really red hot. All right.
You guys are gonna lose.
Oh God, I lost my question. What is this? All right, here we go. We're asking the
You
question,
guys are gonna lose.
whose water will boil faster? All right. Oh, shoot fire.
Is yours boiling?
No, it's starting to get there. It's starting to get there, getting steamy. As you can see, it's getting steamy. Getting
Look at
red hot.
Little baby bubbles, but
Getting red hot. It's getting really red hot there.
I got boiling. 1 minute 48.
Ritter, 1 minute and 48 seconds. Keep it going.
Where are you? Where are you, Miss Pullman?
we're not very close. I'm gonna be honest.
Uh-oh.
And
Get mine. Woo.
I'm going to say time for me.
2 minute 18 seconds.
18 seconds. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'm turning mine off.
We're almost there, guys. Almost.
All right, so guys, we got our first setup here. Our first experiment says whose water will boil the faster. As we can see, it's Mr. Ritter in first, myself in second,
Whoop,
and
whoop.
then Mrs. Pullman
All right, we
pulling
can
it up
go
in third
time.
here. She's what?
We're time.
Time.
2:54.
2 minutes and 54 seconds. All right. So we have our answers here. This is for our first experiment. We have a baseline now, meaning that we know how, on average, not necessarily on average, but we know about how long it's going to take for that water to boil. And reminder, everybody's stoves are different. That's why we did this first experiment. So we have a baseline to know what everybody's water boiling times are. Should we do it one more time or no, guys? What do you think?
I think it's always good to do multiple, but for time for our video, I think no.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move into the second phase of the experiment. And you all know when you're cooking spaghetti at home, you know, somebody always putting salt in that water. Well, there's a lot of myth around that. You know, why do you put salt in the water? Some people say for flavor. Other people say because it boils the water faster. Well, we're going to get down to the bottom of this today with asking the question, how will salt, and reminder, salt is NaCl, change the boiling time of water?
Miss Pullman, you're going to be 0.
0 salt?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so our independent variable, what we're changing here is the amount of salt. And if we were probably at school, a great way to do that would be with the mass of the salt, which would be in grams. But here, Mr. Ritter, are we using teaspoons or tablespoons?
What's that?
Would you like to use teaspoons or tablespoons?
I couldn't hear you. The water was running.
Oh, would you like to use teaspoons or tablespoons?
I would say let's use a tablespoon.
Tablespoon.
And we'll use two cups of water again.
All right. And our dependent variable, just like the first experiment, is going to be the time it takes to boil the water. All right. Now, we need to talk about things that are staying the same, which is constants. And like Mr. Ritter said, we're going to keep 2 cups of water present.
Yeah, 2 cups of water is a constant.
All right. What else, team? Are we going to vary the heat, you think, or no?
Well, each of us have the same stove, so that would be a constant.
All right, so it'd be stove, and then we'd say amount or level of heat.
Yeah.
Are we all adding the same type of salt?
I have iodized salt. All that matters
I
is
will grab
what I have.
Let me grab some out of the chemical storage closet here. And I have some great value. Honestly, 100% great value here.
Mine's great value.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Great value. I need to see it.
Great value. Same.
I can't see that far away. Is it Stone Mill from Aldi's? I think it is.
No, this is Stone Mill.
That's Stone Mill. I can tell by the picture. It is Stone Mill, but it's still iodized salt. That's all that matters. See the iodized salt right there. Bingo was his name-o. So I'm going to put salt there. All right, Mr. Ritter, how many are you putting in?
I'm going to put in, I can put in 2 and you can put in 1 or vice versa.
All right.
I'll put 2, you put 1. Miss Pullman,
Okay.
you don't put any.
Okay.
All right, my water's going into the pot right now.
Are we getting new pots?
No, same pot.
I'm
no.
keeping the same pot.
This one's already kind of hot.
Well, they put the water in and it'll be back to the regular temperature.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm doing 1 tablespoon of salt.
That's 1. Look at mine. Mine are in the shape of hearts.
Yours are in the shape of what?
Hearts.
Oh, God.
But it's still 1 tablespoon.
You're right. You're right. A tablespoon is a tablespoon.
See, look, Ms. Pullman.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking for mine. All right, I got a half a tablespoon is all I can find, so I need to put 2 in.
Okay.
Here's 1, and here's 2.
And we're going to stir it.
Okay, we're gonna stir it. I'm gonna stir it with the tablespoon.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Miss Pullman, you have to stir yours.
You want me to stir my water?
Yep, because
Yeah.
that's constant.
All right. So we have our independent, dependent, and we have our constants, and then we're gonna go for data down here, or results. All right. All right. My pot is going on the stove top, but the stove is not on yet.
Mine's on the stove top, ready to go.
Okay.
Well, by the way, once we start, we forgot to Rochambeau. So when we're done,
All right. All right.
okay.
Okay.
Ready? Mine's stirred. Is yours stirred?
Stirred. I'm stirred. My water is in.
Mine's in. Miss Pullman, you ready?
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go.
All right, we got some interesting stuff happening here.
Timer's on. Okay. So what's our independent variable, Mr. Hackler?
Well, can you guys see the see my shared slide?
Yep.
All right, cool. So we can see the amount of salt is going to be our independent variable. Remember, Mrs. Pullman would technically be our control. We should probably add that. Control group. Because
she is the control.
if you're using your brain, her time should probably be almost equal to her past time, which is going to be almost 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So let's see if it comes out to be true here today.
I got some water on the stove.
Uh-oh, she's getting boiling there maybe. Reminder, I don't know if you guys know, Mrs. Pullman's in Michigan, so the humidity and the pressure might be different there, which could be affecting.
The time change affects boiling rate.
Oh.
Yeah, it is 10:22 here.
Oh my gosh, time travel. Mrs. Pullman has time traveled, kids. Uh-oh, you guys hear it?
Mine's about ready to go.
Getting hot. Mrs. Krause and Mr. Fulton doesn't approve of this shot right here, but it's okay. It's all for you guys.
We live danger.
Okay. I'm getting some bubbles going. We're shaking and moving here.
All right, I got boiling at 210.
2:10. Mr. Ritter is at 2:10. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Uh-oh, Mrs. Pullman's got to be close.
Yeah, we're almost there.
I'm getting really close too. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for mine. Mr. Ritter, what's my time?
2:36.
2
Me too.
minutes, 36 seconds. Mrs. Pullman?
What's the time?
Mr. Ritter,
I had 2:39.
2 minutes, 39 seconds. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. All right, so let's take a peek at our results here. can you guys see my face too or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and can you see the results?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to be fancy here. I think this is a highlighter. And we're going to highlight our times, our results. What we want to do, wow, this is really bad. Oh, no, this is going to work out well. We want to compare this section to this section.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we can see Mr. Ritter started at 1:48 seconds. And then after putting 2 tablespoons of salt in, went to 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, I got worse.
You got a little bit longer there. All right. Mr. Hackler, you can see that he started at 2 minutes, 18 seconds, but he ended up at 2 minutes and 36 seconds. What's the, no, we won't go that far. What's the difference? We could do the difference in between them. Then we can see Mrs. Pullman had 2 minutes, 39 seconds, and she then started, on the other hand, at 2 minutes, 54 seconds. So what do you guys think? Can we rule out Mrs. Pullman that she's pretty much the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't change much. So we're going to neglect these two here. We're going to say, nope. All right. Equal. These are all equal. And this is where I get to use my awesome text writer here. I'm going to draw it. No, I'm not.
What is that?
That's an E.
That's a snail. If you guys were wondering, snails do not like salt at all. So
Oh, that's what this means. Yeah.
yeah, they don't like salt. If you're wondering, I do like writing cursive with my mouse.
What does that say?
It says salt, and then there's a big line through it. Look.
It says S.
I see.
A-L-T.
I see snails and then alt.
Hang on. Let me draw a black line through here. There. Snails and then salt.
Miss Pullman, you have to take the highlighter away from him.
All right. Oh, I love it.
Oh, nice. That looks like my measuring cup.
All right. So these two here, Mrs. Pullman, right here, are all equal. Okay. But if we were to look at the comparison, a big difference between these two right here. Mr. Ritter, he jumped a lot.
I've been thinking about that, actually.
What are you thinking? What do you think's causing that?
Well, here's what I think, and I'm guessing. So I had filled up my water anticipating that you guys would be ready to go faster. And so I had filled that up yesterday, waiting to go, and it was just sitting on the stove. So it was actually room temperature. But the second time I filled up from the sink directly, and that came out of our holding tank. And our holding tank is comes from our well, which is in the basement. And my guess is it's colder in the basement than it is here. And
that's probably true.
I'm guessing that if I do it again, I will get different results just boiling regular water. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to test that out.
Oh, okay. We're going to go one more test. You want to do one more test?
I'm just going to test mine real quick.
Oh, okay.
So keep talking about yours.
I'll go get.
You just deleted everything.
I just deleted everything. Undo.
Even the snail?
Yeah. Hang on, I want to spotlight this. Ooh, you see that?
All right. So I'm going to do mine one more time here while you talk about independent and dependent variable.
All right, independent, dependent variables. So one thing that the three of us are going to do for you guys is over our time away from each other, we're going to be making these short videos like this. So just to let you guys know that this is an optional enrichment thing. It is not classwork. Does that make sense? Everybody shake their head for me. Thank you. All right. That means that this is not a graded event. So if you're stressed about doing other classwork, You don't have to do this. This is all optional. This is us hopefully getting you guys interested again in real world stuff. Reminder, everything around us is science in the real world, and you are going through life looking at these different phenomena, which boiling water is huge. We all use boiling water on a daily basis, not only for cooking, but if you have a hot water heater, your hot water heater is heating that water. And if you live in Chenoa or Michigan or McDowell or Pontiac or Dwight or Odell, all that water is different. So it is all affected by being heated, meaning that what's in it makes a difference. You can see from our data, I'm going to use the air highlighter right here. Oh, I like the red one better. We're going to use the highlighter. There's a difference, especially between Mr. Ritter and myself, but you can see Mrs. Pullman's are pretty close to the same. That's because there wasn't any different. The tap water coming out was the same tap water coming out the second time. But when we added things to it, it does make a difference. So if you guys would, while Mr. Ritter's getting this set, if you would take a few seconds to comment on this post in Google Classroom and tell us what you would like to see us do, because we are working for you from home. We work
for you. Hey, Mr. Hackler, Ms. Pullman, guess what?
What?
So my water did boil right at 1 minute and 48 seconds again. And so the results the first time were correct.
All right, we got extension Ritter 2.0 down here. So boil time was what, Mr. Ritter? 1 minute?
1 minute and 47 seconds.
47 seconds that time. So looks like the salt did make a difference with the boiling, which is interesting because everybody talks about how salt is supposed to make it boil faster when you're cooking spaghetti or macaroni, right? And it actually kind of looks like our data is saying that it's slowing it down.
Well, if you look at your data, your first time was 2 minutes and 18, second time 2 minutes and 36. It appears that that's pretty consistent with our first time with you and me. And the same with the second for both of us. So it appears that putting salt in water slows it down. Now, maybe what we should have done is both used 1 tablespoon, even though I used twice as much. It just appears that, like you said, it actually slows it down.
So then people must salt water for flavor.
Well, that's definite. I mean, obviously salt is used for flavor. You know, it's interesting. That goes against my prior knowledge. That really, I mean, I always salted the water to make it boil faster.
I know people put oil on top of water, but that might have to be for another day.
We can try that another time.
If you guys want to. Reminder, guys, comment on the post about what you want to see us do. No, Mr. Ritter cannot jump off the roof of his house.
Yeah.
How many bones he breaks. And where can I jump off the top of my house? Mrs. Pullman, she's a gymnast. She could probably jump off and stick the landing.
Stick it.
She would probably stick the landing. So
I would still probably break a couple bones.
Hey.
But I could stick the landing.
Get back up, right? You get back up.
No pain, no gain.
True. That's very true.
Why am I the only one on my knees here?
All right, you want to rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah. Here we go. Who's going first? You two go first.
Mrs. Pullman and Mr. Ritter, I'll count down.
Wait a minute. Wait. Get off of white screen.
Oh, sorry. Shared screen. Stop share. There it is.
Okay. So, Ms. Pullman, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Why does it just keep going back and forth between? Oh, there you are. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Hackler.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, darn it.
I got it. That is me. All right. Ms. Pullman, so you count.
All right, ready. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Mr. Hackler wins. Oh, how does it feel to be a winner, Mr. Hackler?
You know what? There's always a first time for everything, and I'm proud to say this is my first time winning here.
Miss Pullman,
Yes.
thank you very much for joining us today. Mr. Hackler? Mr. Hackler, you have to talk for the screen to switch over.
Oh, yep. Hello.
Mr. Hackler, thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Look forward to it.
And I appreciate everybody who joined us today. Send us those comments and let us know. I keep putting my hand on the stove. Send us those comments. Let us know what you want to see. What do you want us to try out? And we'll talk to you later. Ms. Pullman, have a great day. Wave. Yeah. Mr. Hacker, have a great day.
Yeah.
And you guys have a great day. We'll see you. Thank you.